Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Ghost of Tsushima Legends for the PS4. Ghost of Tsushima Legends is a co-op multiplayer mode for Ghost of Tsushima. Legends includes 4 distinct character classes featuring Samurai, Ronin, Assassin and Hunters. This free DLC was designed for multiplayer but can also be played solo if you wish. So what is the game like to play? Well, for anyone who played through the solo story, the combat hasn't really changed. The combat is broken down into light and heavy attacks. You can block, parry and use special weapons or items depending on your loadout. The difficulty can be challenging at first depending on how many fighting stances your character has available to you, because different enemies have different traits and you need to use different fighting styles to break through shields or fight spearmen, swordmen, etc. I'd say it's probably more exciting than the main campaign as it has a higher tempo and it makes you fight on a more front foot aggressive basis. And it will definitely change how you approach the main combat in the main game, because I think in the main game you're more likely to do stealth. In this it's you're a little bit more aggressive, I think. Thankfully there are no microtransactions, hooray! Everything can be unlocked via gameplay or looting. So what about game modes in Legends? What have you got on offer? Well, quick play will throw you into a random match. Story is a series of campaign-like missions where you and one other player can play through. Then you have survival mode, which is a 15-wave horde mode where you and up to 4 players take on waves of progressively more challenging enemies. Finally, you've got challenge, which are 3-part raids but only accessible for players who've reached level 100. Unlike the main game here, you have 4 classes to choose from, including the Samurai, Hunter, Ronin and Assassins. Each character has slightly different qualities, but they're not as different as it's laid out in the tutorial. Each character has a loadout with gear, techniques, appearance items and emotes. These can be unlocked, looted or earned. So overall, it's a great multiplayer game for experienced players, because newbies will find it quite unforgiving at first. You definitely need to know the fundamentals of the main game to enjoy it. And you know what, it definitely just adds something great to the main game, something that was lacking. Great multiplayer combat and action. Graphically, the game has a beautifully crafted art style that's a lot darker and moodier than the solo game. Blood red skies, surreal architecture and avant-garde design make the experience a glorious visual treat. The photo mode has been retained, and if you're playing with friends, you can freeze the action if you apply the settings before the match. The voiceover narrator does an excellent job, and the overall music, ambience and sound effects are of the absolute same high standard the base game featured. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The new art style and darker feel looks amazing. The co-op combat is very exciting and intense, in particular in the amazing survival mode. The character customization options are fantastic, and it's a free DLC without any microtransactions making it pay to win. What's bad? The story missions feel recycled from the main story, with 1 or 2 exceptions. The character classes aren't as different as they're represented in the tutorial, and a few more game modes wouldn't have gone amiss. Okay, what is the verdict? Ghost of Tsushima Legends is a fantastic DLC for an incredibly good game in the first place. It adds the one thing the game was missing, multiplayer. The story mode missions are relatively good, but for me it was the survival mode that really stole the show, although a few more maps would have been nice. But there is something incredibly satisfying about 4 warriors facing off against wave upon wave in this dark, beautiful and balletic combat experience. It's action-packed with lots of loot, plenty to unlock, good levels and lots of fun to be had along the way. But again, it's best enjoyed for players who've finished the main campaign, as things can get a little tough on the harder difficulty. But overall, it's an amazing DLC, and again it shows that the developers really get it. They understand gamers like a little bit of multiplayer after they finish the solo campaign, and Legends gives them that, and it's one of the best online multiplayer games I've played this year. So my score for Ghost of Tsushima Legends is 8.8 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.